What is going on, everyone? My name is Connor Kern, one of the co-owners of Local Laundry, Canada's most caring clothing company, and this is episode 2 of how to build a clothing company. So every week, going to do a little bit of a week in review, talk about the highs and lows, ups and downs, and the things, most importantly, things I learned this week on how to build a clothing company. So let's dive right in. This was a short week. First of all, we had Labor Day weekend, so it was only a 4-day work week. We took the long weekend. And not only that, it was a convergence of everyone taking vacation. So we had one person that was off for all 4 days, another person that was off for 2 out of the 4 days. So it was a very busy week. I got lots done, but yeah, it was all go, go, go. Those short weeks, man, especially when everyone else is on vacation, there's a lot that needs to get done. So as the customer service rep, the packer, the fulfillment person, if anyone came into the warehouse, I was helping them out, doing sales, taking care of my own stuff, taking care of a few other things around the warehouse as well. So it was a busy week and a short week. But the good news is that next week we are back to full steam ahead. Everyone is going to be here, so I'm really looking forward to having everyone back. So in episode 1, I talked about wanting to start a fashion show, and I put that out there, and it has been so inspiring and so fueling to see all the people that are digging the idea of a local fashion show with local artists and local brands and that kind of thing. But more importantly, the amount of people that want to help. It has been shocking. People have been DMing me, emailing me, and I've got a ton of great ideas. So this past week I met with the Calgary Chamber of Commerce. So I'm on the board of the Calgary Chamber of Commerce. I approached them. They seem pretty open to the idea. They just got to run up the flagpole and make sure that it's okay for 2023. But then people put me in touch. They put me in touch with the Arts Common people. So I got an introduction to them. I'm going to set up a meeting with them. Modes Models agency and a modeling agency. They reached out. They've done a ton of great work. Going to set up a meeting with them. And then just people out of the woodwork. Just people saying they love to help Planet. Happy to help however they can. But other people just offering really great ideas. So a couple of the ideas, I had a couple of amateur athletes, some Team Canada athletes that they would love to model. And I really like the idea of getting a bunch of different models, not in that traditional sense of what you'd think might be a fashion or clothing model, but getting people that you might not think would be in a fashion show. So amateur athletes, I think it'd be really cool to highlight them, share their story. But another fashion show organization reached out, and I can't remember the name at the top of my head, but they're all about showcasing people with disabilities in fashion shows. And I thought that was so cool. And I actually had a person in Calgary who lives with a disability wanted to partake as a model for the fashion show. And I just love that idea of not only are we showcasing great brands and what this city has to offer, but we're showcasing all the amazing talent and incredible people that and kind of turning fashion show a little bit on its head. So it's got a ton of positive energy around it. I'm hopefully gonna keep pushing it. I'll keep you updated every week, but just really kind of blown away. Honestly, I'm blown away by the amount of people that want to help. And I think this just goes to show, if you have an idea, if you want to do something, don't keep it to yourself. Throw it out there, right? Get it out there and see what sticks. So really excited about that. One of the things I was a little bit disappointed with, and I was disappointed in myself, this is a key learning moment this week. We had a custom client. They needed t-shirts here this week for a local sporting event. And one thing after another, there was a couple issues with production. And where I dropped the ball, I don't like to pass blame on others, because ultimately the buck stops with me. And one of my key learnings I learned is I didn't communicate enough what was going on. And I really let the client down. And that really hurt me, because I really try hard. I really want to do everything I can. But some things are out of my control. And sometimes I just need to own up to them and communicate honesty. We really want to believe in radical transparency, because at the end of the day, we really want to do our best for our customers, but we're selling t-shirts and sweaters and that kind of thing. And while I think they can have a big impact, it's not life or death. It's not like, nurses and doctors, and people aren't going to die if they don't get their shirts. But it's on me to communicate, and let people know, because I think that's what frustrates customers the most. Is people understand, this is a crazy world. People understand that stuff happens. People understand that, not everything's going to go perfect, and they understand that it's just t-shirts. That's fine. But what frustrates people is lack of communication. And I've struggled with this, whether it's in just communication in general. Sometimes I think, if I think it in my head, that other people already know it. It somehow gets magically transported from my head. But I think I have to do a better job at over communicating. So that's a big key lesson that I learned this week, is that even if it's bad news, over communication, radical transparency really helps to smooth things over, because most people are understanding, right? And most people, they want to help, they want to support local, they're going the extra mile. But if, just because you're local doesn't mean you get a pass. And if you can't do what you say you're going to do and something happens, then, that's on us. So I really let a client down this weekend, and it just eats me alive. But, I want to take responsibility for it. I'm going to make it right. I'm going to work with them. We're going to make it right for them. Do whatever we can. But also in the future, I'm going to take and just learn radical transparency over communication. Next thing, if you can see behind me, the warehouse is a little bit of a mess, and that is because we got a bunch of office furniture donated. So again, this kind of goes back to what I was talking earlier with the fashion shows. If one thing I've learned over the last year or two is, if you need something, whether it's you don't know how to do something, you are looking for something specifically, or you need help with something, just ask. And don't ask just one or two people. Throw it out there, make yourself vulnerable, put it out there, and you'll always be shocked at what comes back. And it never ceases to amaze me. So a couple of months ago, I made a video when we got our new warehouse and said, hey, we got a new warehouse. We're a small business. We're bootstrapped. We don't have any money. Does anyone have any office furniture that they'd like to donate? And a lot of people stepped up. We got a ton of great tables from J5 here in town. We got a bunch of shelves from a cannabis company. We got all this great furniture. But last week, this energy company, this oil and gas energy company that we've done work with in the past, they're a custom client of ours. They're very supportive of us, and they're they're made up of a bunch of kind people. They had an opportunity where they had to get rid of a bunch of furniture, and they didn't know what to do with it. So they invited us down. We came down to their office. They took us on a little tour. They said, whatever you want, you can just have. And so we were like kids in a candy store. We really were, because it was like Christmas. It was like, can we take one of these? Can we take one of those? Can we take one of these? And they're like, you can have 10 of those. And it was just like, as people who, as small business owners who watch every single penny and, save up to buy, a folding chair. It was a really kind gesture. So this energy company, it donates a ton of their furniture to different causes, to different charities, to schools, the city. And most importantly, they donate back to local small businesses. And it's all because we asked. I'm not just asking them specifically, we just threw it out there and said, this is what we need. Can you help with? And so the best part was they even delivered it for us. We were fully prepared to rent a truck, go down and move it ourselves, but they delivered it for us. So just this morning, we got all these desks, these bookcases, a ton of other stuff donated. Can't thank them enough. One thing I learned there, he said, the delivery guy said an interesting thing. He said, we can come by Saturday. Saturday's our day off. So he said, what time can we come by on Saturday? And we're getting all this stuff for free. And they're delivering. So I said, I cleared today. Came in on Saturday and I said, look, I'll work around your schedule. Come whenever you want and I'll pop over and we'll get it in. So whatever works best for you and your team. And he said that really, really helped, because, sometimes they make donations and they got to drop stuff off. It can only be at a very certain time and at a very certain place. But so he said that really meant a lot. So when someone's doing you a massive favor like this, such as this, and this is the most massive of massive favors, make sure to bend over backwards to make it as easy for them as possible. That was the one thing I learned. So we're very, very grateful. Can't wait to show you what the finished product looks like. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. So very thankful for that furniture, and this place is gonna look amazing. I'm so pumped. I'm like a kid in a treehouse right now. I'm just having so much fun. Another thing that happened was I got invited to be a panelist on United Way Creating Impact Forum. This was a forum put on by United Way Calgary. September is their big campaign month, and they invited me to come down and talk about employee engagement, ESG. And I was on this panel with these heavy hitters. I mean, I'm talking the president of NMAX, the CEO of United Way Calgary, top partner at KPMG, and here was little old me. And it was a ton of fun. It really was. It was a bit chaotic, because like I said, it was just me this week, and so I had to manage a couple of things. And luckily, our roommate Devin and Lang, they helped cover my butt more than once, so we were very lucky. But I had a blast at this United Way Creating Impact Forum. And one of the things I learned is going on a panel in front of, I think there was like 100, maybe 200 people. One of the things I learned is, take these opportunities. If you can get an opportunity to talk about anything in front of 100, 200 people, absolutely take it. Not only do you get your message across, people who've never heard of you, you get to tell your story. It's also great public speaking practice. If you're a leader, if you own a business, got to get comfortable talking in front of people. It's one of the scariest things in the world, but if you can get good at it, it's absolutely amazing. Even if you bomb and you do horrible, you can learn from it, and just the fact that you got up there really makes a difference. But one of the big things I learned that seemed to respond pretty well is just be energetic, be passionate. We're all trying to build something. We're all small business owners, we're entrepreneurs. We started this for a reason, and it's not to become millionaires, because if any small business owners are millionaires, let me know. I'd love to know your secrets. We do it because we're passionate. And when I'm in situations like that, I just let my passion go unbridled. I just sitting there shaking. I just can't wait to get it out. And I think that really connected with the audience and connected with the people there. I got some very kind messages afterwards and that kind of thing. So it was an absolute blast. United Way Calgary does really great work here in the city. And so we're really looking forward to supporting them and showcasing them and helping them however they can, because we're small business. We don't have a ton of money. And so sometimes when you don't have a ton of money, you can't make a ton of donations. You can donate your time, like I did with the panelists, and you can donate your energy, right? Whether it's volunteering, whether it's sharing the message, there's ways that you can give back and help support that go on just beyond monetary donations. So that was a big win. I had a ton of fun. I got to meet some great people. Again, one of the top executives of the oil and gas company was who donated all the furniture was there. I got to thank them in person. That was really cool. Another CEO of an energy company was there and connected with him, and he really liked what we had to say, and he's doing a lot of great work. And then right afterwards, I got to we made some custom fanny packs for Made in Canada fanny packs for that energy company that gave us all this furniture, and we dropped them off and got to share that story, and thank them again in person for all the furniture. So it was a really, really nice thing to do. Great way to, get you out of the warehouse sometimes and connect with some of these larger organizations that want to see small business succeed. And I mean, that's the biggest thing. That's kind of the biggest takeaway I've really learned from this week, is that, you put it out there, you want to start a small business and that kind of thing at a place. And I don't know if this is like in every city, but certainly here in Calgary, people want to support, people want to see you succeed. It's crazy. The amount of people that support us, that whether it's, buying our clothes or offering to help however they can, is just mind-boggling. It's absolutely, absolutely mind-boggling. And it's you have to live up to it, right? You have to make sure that you can help them in tow, right? And again, that's what I learned this week when I dropped the ball with the custom client. Like it really hit me hard, because there were some people that from the community that stood up for us. They supported us even though we were a more expensive clothing option, and we let them down. And so there's a lot of people that want to support each other in this city, but you really have to take care of people. Otherwise, that support may not always be there. So can't thank everyone who supports us along the way, big and small. It means the world to us. A couple of last final points. Again, just asking for help. Even outside of Calgary, I posted a video because I want to do this more long form video content. And the amount of people that have reached out, I just said, hey, does anyone know any video editors? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of video editors out there. And they are all very kind people that want to help from all over the world. So I blasted on Twitter and Instagram, and people connecting me, people I knew connecting me with video editors they knew. So I now have a long list of video editors that want to help. So if anyone needs a video editor or recommendation for YouTube or TikTok, let me know, because I got a ton of people that have offered their help. So I'm really looking forward to sharing their story, working with a couple, and seeing how I can share their story out as well. So again, just another great way that I felt really, really supported this week is just the amount of people that reached out, that want to work together, that want to help. So thank you to everyone who reached out and said that they want to help. Even if it's just editing our videos. So, because I know it can't be fun listening to the diary of a madman here, but we really appreciate you. And then the other little area I've been having a ton of fun and exploring and having a bit of success is YouTube Shorts. So last week I shared that tool that we use, repurpose.io. and that's a tool that takes your content from anywhere. So TikTok, for example, you make a TikTok and then it reformats it and shares it out to whatever platform you want. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. But one of the ones I've been pushing it out to is YouTube Shorts. So a lot of people have been talking about, there's a lot of room for growth on YouTube, especially on the YouTube Shorts side of things. YouTube is the second most popular search engine behind Google. And of course, Google owns YouTube. And so I've catered some of the content, that short form content on YouTube Shorts, to how, to stuff that people would be looking for. Even the name of this weekly vlog, or whatever you call it, weekly update, is how to build a clothing company. That was all intentional, because that's what I'm assuming people are typing and searching for. People that want to start a clothing company, they want to start a small business. That's what I did. I just Google searched how to make a t-shirt company, and then I watched a YouTube video. So I want to help others, people that were kind of thinking of doing the same thing. So, I've been having I'm seeing some good traction. Not as crazy amounts, like I haven't gone viral or anything, or I haven't seen any crazy amounts like TikTok, but it's there, and it's getting traction. People from all over. So if you haven't uploaded a YouTube short, highly recommend. The one thing I will say is, if you're pushing content from TikTok and you're using sounds, specifically songs from TikTok, they might get tripped up in copyright claims on YouTube, which I learned the hard way. Because songs, like I had a video with the Billie Eilish song, just because it's licensed on TikTok, it might not be licensed on YouTube. YouTube is very strict about copyright stuff. If you're gonna push to YouTube Shorts, just make sure that you're using sounds that you are confident are not gonna get copyright claimed. So either they're copyright free, or they're just kind of your own sound, or no sound. But don't sleep on YouTube Shorts. And that's the one thing I've learned the last year too, specifically the last 6 months, that as we've been diving into TikTok, is test everything out. What might work today, isn't what worked yesterday, and what works today might not work tomorrow. So test everything out. So TikTok's here to stay. We're really loving TikTok, and but YouTube Shorts might be the new one after TikTok. Who knows? I don't know, but I'm gonna test them all out. So that's all the kind of things that happened this week. Next week, long week, we're back to full potential. It's going to be a busy month this month. We're really looking forward to diving in, cleaning up this warehouse, having some more concrete team meetings, having a little bit more structure, having some good custom meetings, some good custom opportunities coming down the pipeline, and really mapping out and getting ready for the holiday season. The holiday season is upon us. We're going to be doing a couple of markets. It's going to be busy as heck. We're going to have a couple of events here in the warehouse, some opportunities for local pickup, which we've never had before. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a busy next couple of months, but I think it's going to be great. And then, of course, planning that fashion show, baby. So hopefully keeping that going, keeping that momentum going. So if anyone ever has any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can fire me an email at connor@locallaundry.ca. Comment on any of these videos. Happy to respond with a video. Or just come down to our warehouse, 4120 8th Street, Southeast Calgary, Alberta. Send us your stickers, send us your love. Happy to help however we can. So that said, until next time, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Again, my name's Connor Kern, one of co-owners of Local Laundry, Canada's most caring clothing company.